Imagine you have $1 million idea trapped inside your head. You know it is brilliant. You know it could change your life or your business. But when you open your mouth to explain it, the words come out wrong. You stumble, you ramble. People look confused. Eventually, they look away. You watch as someone else, with a much smaller idea, gets the applause. They get the promotion. They get the respect. This happens because they know how to articulate. Most people think speaking and articulating are the same thing. They are not. Speaking is a physical act. Articulation is a high-level skill. It is the ability to turn messy thoughts into verbal gold. 99% of people are stuck in a mental fog. They cannot express what they feel or think. But the elite 1% have a secret framework. They run the world because they can explain the world. Today, I'm going to give you that framework. We are going to break down the exact steps to clear the fog. You will learn to speak with surgical precision. Welcome to Elite Summaries. We are glad you are here. If you want to join that top 1% and master your mind, hit the subscribe button. Join our community of high achievers. Now, let's get back to the art of communication. The biggest mistake is how you view communication. Most people think it is a download process. They think they just move data from their brain to yours. This mindset is the root of most failures. You are not a transmitter, you are a translator. Your job is not to say what you think. Your job is to make sure the other person understands. You must translate your ideas into a format they can digest. This means clarity starts with them, not you. You have to consider their background and their context. If you don't do this, you are just making noise. Another major trap is complexity. Many people use big words to sound smart. They think long sentences show intelligence. In reality, it shows a lack of clarity. Truly smart people can explain complex ideas simply. Think about the most famous scientists. They use analogies. They use common language. Your goal is not to impress people with your vocabulary. Your goal is to be impossible to misunderstand. If a child cannot understand the core of your idea, you don't understand it well enough yet. Let's talk about confidence. Many people stay silent because they fear sounding stupid. They want to be perfect before they speak. This creates a mental traffic jam. Thoughts get stuck. Words get tangled. Here's the secret. Confidence does not come from being right. It comes from being clear about your process. If you can explain why you think something, people will respect you. Even if you are wrong, they will value your reasoning. You also need to separate thinking from speaking. Most people try to do both at once. This leads to and It leads to rambling. Professional communicators think before they speak. They use tiny pauses to organize their mind. Then they deliver a clean package of information. Silence is not your enemy. Silence is a power tool. Most people are terrified of a few seconds of quiet. They feel they must fill every gap. This fear creates verbal clutter. It makes you look nervous and unprepared. You need to master the 4 types of pauses. The first is the thinking pause. Take 2 seconds after someone asks a question. This shows you are taking them seriously. It gives you time to pick your first word. The second is the emphasis pause. Say your main point, then stop. Let the idea sit in the room. This makes your words feel heavy and important. The third is the transition pause. Use it when you switch topics. It acts like a paragraph break in a book. It helps the listener follow your map. The fourth is the listening pause. Don't jump in the millisecond someone stops. Give them space to add more. This shows deep respect. Your vocabulary is like a toolbox. Most people have a small, active vocabulary. They know many words, but they only use a few. This leads to boring and vague speech. You might say something is good or interesting. These words are empty. You need to upgrade to precise words. Instead of frustrated, use exasperated. Instead of interesting, use intriguing or illuminating. Precise words create high-resolution pictures in the listener's mind. Use the replacement method. Pick one generic word you overused this week. Replace it with 3 specific alternatives. Do this every week. Soon, your speech will be vivid and sharp. Analogies are your best friend. They bridge the gap between the known and the unknown. If you work in tech, find ways to explain code using cooking metaphors. If you work in finance, explain stocks using a garden analogy. People remember images much better than abstract facts. Build a library of these metaphors. Structure is the skeleton of your speech. Without it, your ideas collapse. The best framework is the PREP formula. Start with your point. Give a clear reason. Provide a specific example. Then restate your point. This keeps you on track. It prevents you from getting lost in your own stories. If someone asks for your opinion on a project, use PREP. It makes you sound organized and decisive. For other situations, use the problem-solution framework. Define a pain point. Explain why it matters. Then offer the fix. This is the heart of persuasion. Or use the chronological framework. Tell things in order of time. This is great for progress reports. Whatever you choose, pick it before you speak. Never start a sentence without knowing where it will end. Mastering articulation also requires reading the room. You are like a musician. You must adjust to the acoustics. Look for context clues. Is the audience stressed? Give them quick answers. Are they excited? Match their energy. This is social intelligence. It is not about being fake. It is about being effective. Watch their body language. If they look at their phones, you are rambling. Pause and change your pace. If they look puzzled, simplify your words. Don't ask, "Does that make sense?" People will lie and say yes. Instead, ask them how they would apply the idea. Verbal clutter is the fastest way to lose credibility. Words like basically, actually, and you know add 0 value. They are crutches. They make you sound younger and less capable. Most people use a filler word every 7 words. That is a lot of noise. To stop this, record yourself. Listen to the playback. It will be painful, but it is necessary. Once you hear your patterns, you can kill them. Replace the with a silent breath. It will feel like forever to you. To the listener, it will sound like confidence. Hedge phrases are another problem. Saying, "I think maybe," or "I'm not sure, but," undermines you. If you don't know, say, "I don't have that data yet." That is powerful. If you do know, state it as a fact. Don't apologize for having an opinion. Also, cut out the intensifiers. Words like very and really are often weak. Instead of really big, say massive. Let strong words do the heavy lifting. Storytelling is your secret weapon. Humans are wired for stories. We forget statistics, but we remember characters. Use the challenge, action, result structure. Tell a story about a mistake you made. Show what you did to fix it. Share the lesson you learned. This builds a bridge of trust. It makes your message stick. But keep it relevant. Every detail should support your main point. Handling resistance is the ultimate test. When someone disagrees, don't get defensive. Defensive speech is messy speech. Instead, get curious. Ask questions to understand their objection. Acknowledge their perspective first. You don't have to agree with them. You just have to show you heard them. Use common ground. Find one thing you both want. Start there. Then use logical reframing. Turn their "it's too expensive" into "it's an investment question." This moves the conversation from a fight to a puzzle. Your voice is an instrument. You must tune it. Power comes from your diaphragm, not your throat. Stand tall. Breathe deep. This makes your voice resonant and authoritative. Control your pace. Slow down for the big ideas. Speed up to build excitement. Vary your pitch so you don't sound like a robot. Clear articulation is also about physical precision. Don't mumble. Enunciate your consonants. Treat every word with respect. True confidence is built through competence. You don't need to know everything. You just need to be comfortable with what you do know. Practice in low-stakes settings. Speak up in small meetings. Ask one question in a webinar. Build your speaking muscle gradually. Success builds on success. Keep a journal of your wins. Note when a colleague praised your explanation. This rewires your brain to see yourself as a communicator. Persuasion is about alignment, not manipulation. People follow ideas they understand. Use the reciprocity principle. Give value first. Share an insight before you ask for a favor. Use social proof. Mention how other successful people solved similar problems. Frame your message around benefits. Don't tell them what a product is. Tell them how it saves them time. People care about their own goals. Connect your ideas to those goals. In the digital age, virtual communication is vital. On a video call, your face is the focus. Look at the camera lens, not the screen. This creates eye contact. Lighting matters. If people can't see your eyes, they won't trust your words. In emails, be brief and clear. Use bullet points. Lead with the most important information. Don't make people hunt for your point. Adaptability is the mark of a master. You must speak the language of your audience. If you are talking to executives, focus on the bottom line. If you are talking to your team, focus on the process. Respect cultural differences. Some cultures like direct talk, others prefer context. Be a student of human nature. There is a science to influence. Use the primacy effect. Put your strongest argument first. Use the recency effect. End with a memorable call to action. Understand loss aversion. People are more motivated to avoid a loss than to gain a prize. Frame your advice accordingly. Use the spacing effect. Don't dump all your info at once. Repeat your key themes across several days. This journey is not about being perfect. It is about being intentional. Start today. Pick one skill. Maybe it is the thinking pause. Practice it in every conversation for a week. Then pick another. Record yourself once a month. Track your progress. You will notice the difference. Your ideas will start to land. People will lean in when you speak. The 1% didn't get there by accident. They practiced. They refined. They mastered the art of the word. You can too. Your voice is your greatest asset. Use it to build the life you want. Every great leader started as a nervous speaker. Every brilliant author struggled with their first draft. The difference is, they didn't stop. They realized that articulation is a bridge. It connects your inner world to the outer world. Without it, you're isolated. With it, you are unstoppable. You have the ideas. You have the passion. Now you have the framework. Go out and speak with clarity. The world is waiting to hear what you have to say. Join the elite. Master your thoughts. Become the most articulate person in the room. This is your time to lead. Thank you for watching this summary on Elite Summaries. We're dedicated to your growth and success. Remember to apply these lessons in your daily life. Communication is a muscle that only grows with use. Keep practicing, keep learning, and keep striving for excellence. We will see you in the next video with more insights for your journey to the top.